Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone has blatantly disrespected you, and in that moment you weren't sure how to respond? You could have snapped back, lost your cool, or let it slide, but none of those options felt right. As a Sigma male, you know there's a better way to handle disrespect. And that's exactly what we're diving into today. When someone crosses the line, your response defines not only how others see you, but how you see yourself. Sigma males have a unique approach to dealing with disrespect, one that's calculated, controlled, and chillingly effective. These aren't responses that require yelling, confrontation, or public displays of dominance. In fact, they're often subtle, yet powerful enough to make the offender think twice before disrespecting you again. In this video, I'm going to break down 6 cold, calculated responses to disrespect that every Sigma male should have in his arsenal. These are techniques that help you maintain control, command respect, and keep your cool, even when others try to push your buttons. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with not just the tools to handle disrespect, but the confidence to do so with authority and grace. The first response is the simplest, yet arguably the most effective. It's the silent stare. When someone disrespects you, especially in a public setting, your instinct might be to verbally lash out. But instead of giving them that satisfaction, silence speaks volumes. Picture this. Someone tries to belittle you, make a snide remark, or undermine your authority. Instead of responding verbally, you hold their gaze. You maintain eye contact. You don't flinch, you don't smile, and most importantly, you don't speak. The silent stare lets them know you've registered their disrespect, but you're not going to give them the emotional reaction they're fishing for. Psychologically, the power of silence is profound. People expect a reaction when they disrespect someone. They thrive off the confrontation. But when you refuse to give it to them, it throws them off balance. Suddenly, they're the ones who feel exposed, vulnerable, and unsure. It's in that moment they realize you're not someone they can easily rattle. Practice maintaining eye contact during conversations, especially in tense situations. Learn to embrace silence as a form of communication. Your presence alone should command respect. Disrespect often comes from people who feel entitled to your time and energy. They believe they can talk down to you or cross boundaries without facing any real consequences. The Sigma male's response: the cutoff. This move is about recognizing when someone no longer deserves your attention or presence. It could be in the middle of a conversation or interaction. The moment they show you disrespect, you stop engaging. You walk away. You don't explain, you don't argue, and you certainly don't apologize. You simply leave. Why is this so effective? Disrespect thrives on attention. When you take that attention away, you send a clear message. I won't tolerate this behavior, and I don't need your validation. The person who disrespected you is left standing there, realizing they've just lost access to your time and energy, something they likely took for granted. Know your worth and be willing to walk away from anyone who disrespects you. This isn't about being rude or cutting people off for minor things. It's about maintaining your self-respect and setting boundaries. Sometimes people disrespect you to provoke a reaction. They want to get under your skin, make you angry, or embarrass you. But what if you could take that negative energy and redirect it? That's where the deflect comes in. Instead of getting defensive or retaliating, you respond with a level of calmness and detachment that throws them off completely. Imagine someone makes a sarcastic comment about your abilities. Instead of arguing or explaining yourself, you respond with something like, "Interesting perspective," or "Thanks for sharing." This move takes the wind out of their sails. They expect you to react emotionally, but instead you remain composed. You're not ignoring their comment, but you're also not engaging with it on their terms. The deflect allows you to maintain control of the situation while subtly signaling that their opinion holds no weight. Develop the ability to stay calm and composed in the face of provocation. Practice responding to disrespect with neutral, non-confrontational phrases, that deflect the negativity without escalating the situation. The fourth cold Sigma male response is all about turning the tables, and it's done with a simple tactic: asking a question. When someone disrespects you, they're often trying to assert dominance or control over the conversation. But instead of letting them dictate the interaction, you flip the script by asking them a pointed question that forces them to rethink their approach. For example, if someone tries to criticize you in front of others, you might respond with, "What are you hoping to achieve by saying that?" Or, "Why do you feel the need to put others down?" This not only catches them off guard, but it forces them to reflect on their behavior. By shifting the focus back onto them, you take control of the conversation and make it clear that their attempt to disrespect you is transparent and weak. The key is to remain calm and collected when asking your question. Don't ask it in an aggressive or confrontational tone. Instead, use a neutral or curious tone that suggests you're genuinely interested in their answer. This approach disarms them while putting the pressure back on them. There are times when a more direct approach is necessary, but that doesn't mean you need to get loud or aggressive. Instead, you can use the calm call-out, a subtle yet effective way to address the disrespect head-on without losing your composure. This response involves calmly and confidently calling attention to the disrespectful behavior in a way that makes it clear you won't tolerate it. For example, if someone interrupts you or dismisses your opinion, you might say, "I noticed you've interrupted me several times. Is there a reason you're not interested in hearing my perspective?" What makes the calm call-out so effective is that it doesn't involve raising your voice or becoming emotional. It's a matter-of-fact statement that puts the disrespectful person on notice. It's a way of asserting your boundaries without escalating the situation. Practice addressing disrespectful behavior directly, but without anger or aggression. The key is to stay calm, collected, and firm in your delivery. This shows that you're in control of your emotions and won't be easily rattled. Sometimes the best response to disrespect is no response at all. This final tactic is known as the total disregard. When someone disrespects you, you simply act as though it never happened. You don't acknowledge it, you don't react to it, and you certainly don't give it any emotional energy. The total disregard works because it shows that the disrespectful person's actions have absolutely no impact on you. They may have intended to get a rise out of you, but your indifference sends a powerful message. You're not important enough for me to waste my energy on. This tactic is particularly effective in situations where the person is trying to bait you into an argument or confrontation. By ignoring their attempt to provoke you, you maintain control and keep the focus on what matters. Learn to pick your battles. Not every slight or disrespectful comment deserves a response. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to show that you're above it all. Now that you've learned these 6 cold responses to disrespect, let's take a moment to talk about the mindset behind them. Sigma males are known for their ability to stay calm and composed in challenging situations, and that's what makes these responses so effective. To truly master these techniques, you need to cultivate the following traits. Understanding your emotions and learning how to control them is key. When someone disrespects you, they're often trying to provoke an emotional reaction. By mastering your emotions, you can respond with calmness and control, rather than letting your anger or frustration dictate your actions. All of these responses require a high level of self-assurance. You need to know your worth and believe in yourself enough to not let disrespect shake your confidence. Remember, you don't need validation from others. Your confidence comes from within. Sometimes the best response is no response, but that takes patience. You need to be willing to wait for the right moment to act, rather than reacting impulsively in the heat of the moment. One of the reasons Sigma males are so effective at handling disrespect is because they don't take things personally. They understand that other people's actions and words are a reflection of them, not of you. By detaching from the situation, you can maintain your composure and respond with clarity. Dealing with disrespect doesn't have to be confrontational. As a Sigma male, you have the power to respond in ways that are calm, calculated, and incredibly effective. These 6 responses: the silent stare, the cutoff, the deflect, the tactical question, the calm call-out, and the total disregard, give you the tools to handle any situation with confidence and control. Which of these tactics do you find most effective, and how would you use it in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Remember, respect isn't something you demand, it's something you command. And by mastering these responses, you'll show the world that you're not someone to be taken lightly. Keep striving to be the best version of yourself. If you found this video valuable or it sparked something in you, hit the like button and consider subscribing if you're ready to explore this journey further. As always, stay true, stay strong. Thanks for watching.